Hey guys, in this video I wanted to go back to basics and teach y'all how to do some knit stitches. So to start off, any kind of knit project you need to do a slip knot. To do a slip knot, just make a loop and then pull your yarn through that loop and hold both ends of your yarn, and then you can make a slip knot like so. So when I learned how to knit, I just did the basic cast on method. You put your slip knot on your hook, and now you're going to hold your yarn, pull up your pointer finger, and then pull your needle like that to make a little X around your pointer finger, and then right there, that's where you need to go in and pull that onto your loop. And you just made 2 stitches because we count the slip knot as 1 stitch. Again, and just go right underneath that strand, place it on your hook to make 3. Again, 4, and I just continue to do that. All right, so I cast on 15 and pull them apart, and you can easily see your stitches. Each strand or each loop is 1 stitch. You take your other needle, and I'm using circular needles just because it's easier to video with, but you don't have to use circular needles. You can use straight needles or whatever makes you comfortable. And also another thing, when I was learning, I did not hold my yarn continental style. Learning how to hold your yarn like this makes knitting so much faster and easier. So I would suggest starting off, try to learn how to hold your yarn this way, which is just wrapping the yarn around your pinky, bringing your yarn up, and place it on top of your pointer finger. And that helps hold the tension as well. So you hold it like that. And then you can go into the stitch and then pull your yarn around like that. It's always hard with the first row, but try it that way if you can, but I'm going to show you how to do the throw method, which is how I learned. So you got your stitches, and this is a basic knit stitch. So we're going to go under with our right needle, and we're going to make an X. Take your yarn, your working yarn, coming from your skein. Do not mistake the tail. And then you're going to wrap it around the bottom needle, like so. Now kind of hold your yarn, and then take your needle, and you're going to go under that loop that we just went under and pull like that, and it kind of falls off of this needle and onto this one, and you just made another stitch. Again, go under that stitch, take your yarn, wrap it around. While holding this yarn, you're going to go under, and you see how I'm pulling the yarn, the loop that I just made around my needle, and then pulling that first one off of this needle. We're just transferring each time. I'm going to go under again, wrap around. This is going to be our new stitch. Pull this one under, and then pull it off from the top. Got 3, 4, 5, 6, and now keep your work pulled pretty closely to the needle. It makes it a lot easier when you're working further down. The tension's harder, the yarn doesn't stretch as much, and it's hard to get it off of this left needle. So with this one, you're always working from left to right. Okay, and then with my last stitch, I always like to knit through the back loop to keep it from being loose at the end, especially on the first row. So to do that, you see where before we were going through the front, this one I'm just going to go into the stitch like this through the back. I'm still going to put my right needle in the back, and then I yarn over, and then I pull that strand through like so. And there we go. We've just completed row 1. So now to start on row 2, we just switch hands. We put our yarn in our left hand again and the clean needle with our right hand. I'm going to switch back to continental style just in case anybody's trying to learn that way. I'm just going to do another row of knit stitches. I'm pushing all of my stitches up to the top of the needle. And now I'm also using my pointer finger and my thumb to kind of pull the stitches down so I can see them and get my needle in better. So I'm going to go in like so, and then I take my yarn, I just put my finger up so that the yarn's sticking out, and I'm going to, it's kind of like hooking it with the needle and just pull it out and around. And there's one. Again, pull that down, go in, wrap around, and off of that needle. Wrap around and off. In the back, wrap around to the front, and off the left. So as I was saying, learning how to knit continental is super faster because when you get more comfortable with knitting and you're doing different patterns, some patterns call for you to do like ribbing stitches. And that is a mixture of knit and purl stitches. And when your yarn is being held in your left hand, it's easy to switch from a knit to a purl. Because with a purl, your yarn needs to be in the front of the needle, not behind. And now I'm going to show that on the next row. Okay, so those are your knit stitches. So like I was saying, let's show you how to do some purls. So this row, we're going to do purl stitches. I have my needle, and see I have the yarn over this needle. So I'm have it in the front. It's hanging off in the front. Not in the back like this. It's in the front. So I'm going to go in. Like a knit stitch, we go in the stitch like this to the back. But with a purl stitch, we're going to go in the stitch in the front loop, but we're going to have this needle in the front. And then we're going to take our yarn. We're still wrapping around our right needle, just in the front. Take your yarn, and now we're going to take our needle. You see, this is our new stitch. This is from our new yarn that we just wrapped around. We're going to go in the stitch through the back and then pull off the old stitch off of our left needle like that, and that's a purl stitch. Again, go in, wrap, and then push to the back, and then take it off. In, wrap, push to the back, take it off. Just continue practicing the purl stitch down this row, purling every stitch. Okay, done with that row. Now let me show you how to purl continental. Hold my yarn, and with the purl stitch, the yarn needs to be in front of this needle. So we're going to start off with it like this. And then same, we're going to go in like we just did. And then I use my finger to kind of move the yarn back and forth. So I'm pulling the yarn down so you can see how I'm getting into that stitch. And then I'm going to pull the yarn up, and then I'm wrapping it around my hook by pulling my finger back down. So you can see how I just wrap the yarn around this needle right here. And then the same, I'm just going to push through to the back and pull it off of my left needle. And I just did a purl stitch. So again, I'm going to take my pointer finger and hold this yarn down, go into my stitch purlwise, bring my finger up to wrap the yarn around, bring it back down and pull through. And it is hard to catch on at first. Do not get defeated. It takes practice. But I'm telling you, once you learn it, it is going to make knitting so much faster, funner, easier, everything above. And see, I knitted for years just throwing the yarn like normal. And I just never thought I would actually switch over to continental. I didn't see the need to. I was like, I'm fast knitting the way that I am already. So like, why does it matter? It does matter, especially when you get into knitting a lot more, doing more difficult patterns. It makes a big difference for sure. It's a game changer. I split my yarn right there. Okay, so there's that. You know how to knit, you know how to purl. And like I was saying earlier, the some patterns call for rib stitching. That's a purl knit combination. And this is to show you how easy it is continental. So I'm going to do a knit purl combination. So I'm going to knit the first stitch. And now purl, pull that yarn over the front, go in and purl it. And then the yarn just flies right back to the back, which makes it easy to go in and do your knit. And then pull it back and do your purl. So if I was going to do this the regular way, it's a lot of arm movement. It just makes everything slow down. Let's see. Let's do a knit purl like this. I got to knit. Now I got to bring the yarn over, and then I got to purl. Then I got to push it back, and then I got to knit. Now I got to bring it back. So it's a lot of unnecessary movement. My right arm would be so tired after doing all of this. It's crazy. Now I can just sit there and you can't barely even tell what I'm doing. It's just, it's more fluid. So there you have it. Those are your basic stitches. Once you learn how to do those, you can pretty much do any pattern. So I'll stop there. Y'all just keep practicing and make sure to tune back in next week for another fun knitting or crochet tutorial. See y'all later. Bye.